Mr. Kwok, why did China request that the summit be shortened to just one day? And what message did that send?
First, I guess both sides didn't have much expectations for this summit because each of the side has known they have a very large differences on the opinions on the no matter the trade and no matter the Russian position in the Ukrainian war, and I would expect China is trying to trying to pushing the Europe on the corner, that is forcing the Europe to open the market. But of course, Europe EU is also I would say just buying the time and see whether China would like to open the market or China would like to, for example, try to giving some of the advantage for the European Union. For example, trying to cut the EV cars that exporting to Europe, or maybe they're trying to cut the so-called small parcels, the EU. I would say when we look at the EU-China summit, we have to put the United States in as focus as well, because now you're seeing the United States, EU, and China, these trilateral blocks, they are interacting with each other. So now when we're seeing the United States is having the tariffs on the EU, or even though it is just a 15% tariff, and now the United States is also having a very much higher tariff on China, just like now at 55% at this moment, and which, of course, EU and China, they need each other so that they try to bypass the EU tariff and try to press the US to try to concede. But now
But
the
but but
EU
but Pierre,
and the
Mr.
China,
Kwok,
yes,
let me here
yes.
ask you specifically, shortening the whole summit to a one day, did that send a kind of message of we already have our points here, so what are we speaking about? We don't have to lose time. These are our points.
Okay.
And what message did that send?
So the message is very clear. That is, both sides doesn't have any expectations for this summit. Both sides just want to say that they just claim the stance, and that's all. They won't expect they have a very constructive agreement for this summit, and it would take time. It would whether the coming summit they will have another agreement, we don't know. But at least for this time, they have no expectations for this summit.
Right.
So rather than just wasting their time, just cut short to have just one day meeting.